Okay, everybody, I'm back. You all saw the title. I am back home from the hospital, and I'm going to tell you guys all about this whole thing and what's going on. I have the glasses on, honestly, because light is really hurting my head and my eyes. I'll take the glasses off during this video, and also I have really dark marks under my eyes. So now here's what we'll talk about. So let's go way back to where everything first started with this specific health issue. Now in 2000, my head is killing me, guys. My head is killing me, my goodness. I hope that you all are having an amazing day. I love you guys. I love you all from the bottom of my heart. Now, in 2010, I had went to like the emergency room because I was feeling horrible. I was feeling so bad. I felt like I couldn't hold my arms up. If somebody told me hold my arms up, I couldn't do it, you know. And I was getting to the point to where I was so weak. Could barely felt like I could walk, couldn't hold my head up. You know, I would wake up feeling okay, and then later on in the day, this is in 2010, and then later on in the day, I would really go downhill and start to feel horrible. So I went to the doctors and they said, oh my goodness, like your iron level number is a 2. And they're like, honey, you need to stay because we need to do a blood transfusion. At that time, they did emergency blood transfusion. They did everything in the world. They found out what my blood type was. They got that blood type in. My husband was there. My dad was there. And they did this whole thing where they gave me lots and lots and lots of blood to get me back, you know, together. Or I would have definitely died if I didn't get there and get that blood transfusion. Well, we got the blood transfusion in 2010. My iron levels went up. And after getting that done, I actually started to feel better, you know, a little bit better. And then since 2010, I started taking iron pills. And so I've been taking strong iron pills ever since then. And I knew in my heart that I never, ever wanted to feel that way ever again in life, you know, because I felt that bad. Well, I believe they kept me for maybe 2 or 3 days, and then I went home and, you know, everything like that. But since then, my doctor that I had back in Columbus, Ohio, he prescribed me an iron pill, and he told me this is the best, one of the best iron pills, top of the line, right? And it's called Profe, and it's spelled Profee. And I would take it just knowing and trusting and believing that my doctor give me one of the best iron pills. I would take it, but I've always never not felt the greatest, you know. Sometimes, most of the time, let me not say sometimes, most of the times I just feel sluggish. And I kind of just work through it knowing that God is on our side and that we'll be okay. You know, so it's been a long time since I've felt okay. Like you know, when I come on the videos and things like that, I'm smiling because God is amazing. And I love you guys, and I love what I do in the kitchen. And that's the truth. You know, I love it. I have a ball. Me and my husband, we are a team, and we have so much fun making these videos for you all. But like I said, most of the time I'm pushing through it as hard as I can, you know. And like I said, even though I'm pushing through it, not feeling well, I'm still having the time of my life because I'm enjoying every bit of it. But it's been a while since I felt, you know, to where I'm like, hey, let's go take a ride or let's go have fun. You know what I mean? So I've always thought I would always check like my sugar, and I say, hey, my sugar's looking good, and I'm happy with that, right? I'll check my blood pressure, and I say, ooh, my blood pressure is good. I don't know why I feel like crap. So for so long, I've just been saying for quite a while now, I feel like crap. And my husband would say, like, how do you feel? What do you feel like? And I'm like, I feel like I can't hold my head up. Like, I'm weak, my legs are weak, my arms are weak. I just want to sleep. I feel really, really bad, right? So my husband tells me, he's like, okay, that's it. You've been feeling like this for a little too long. Let's go to the hospital. We go to the hospital. You know, we're in a new city. And we went to a great hospital. And they did all these tests. They did the urine tests, they did the blood tests, and they checking for everything. They're checking your thyroid, checking your sugar, checking everything. Well, he comes back and he says, everything came back good, but there's one thing that didn't. And I'm like, what? What is it? You know, and he's like, well, it's your iron. He's like, your iron is a number 6. He's like, first of all, do you take iron pills? I said, I do. And I told him about the situation in 2010, had to have a blood transfusion. And he's like, oh my gosh. He's like, okay. He says, so everybody in the world is walking around with about 12% iron in their blood. He said, you have 6%. So it's like you walking around with half of the blood that you need. He said, if you don't get an iron infusion right now, it will get down to 2. You won't know it. He said, it'll go down to 2 just that quick. He said, and since the blood infusion didn't work, or blood transfusion didn't work, you got to get an iron infusion where they put iron in you. It'll have to get done through the hospital. So I go to this doctor. I found a doctor here for our whole family. And the doctor said, okay, let's fill out some paperwork. Let's get some things done so we can get you some iron. Well, today was my day to go into the hospital and get the iron. Well, before this, there was a whole escapade of whether my insurance would pay for the procedure. My husband told him, he said, well, tell them if the insurance don't pay for it, we'll pay for it. We want you to get the procedure done, So we wind up getting the procedure done, but there was a whole craziness. When we get there, they always tell you there's a possibility that maybe you have a reaction to iron because you've never had it before. It's not like an iron pill. And, let us know if anything happens or if you're feeling kind of funny or anything. Well, they go in this arm. And I tell them, I say, honey, I'm not afraid of needles because I'm not. My husband is and my dad is, but I'm not because I'm so used to them sticking me. And I'm used to them always telling me, we can't find your vein, we can't find your vein, we can't find your vein. They normally have to get an infrared light, and look through my arm and put the needle in, and they're successful that way. Otherwise, they can never get to it. Well, the lady stuck me 3 times, and she said, I'll just call the people that do the PICC lines. And I say, yeah, that's what they always do. So the guy came, and he put it in, and he was slightly successful. So it's in, and she says, okay, here's what we're going to do. Let's get started on the iron. How are you feeling? They made me feel really comfortable and everything. They were very nice. They told my husband and told me there's snacks. Here's the restroom. There's water, popping juice and anything you want, pillows and blankets and everything. And my husband said, well, what I'm going to do, honey? He said, I'm going to go get me some McDonald's, which was literally just 3 minutes down the street. I'll be back. I'm going to eat it in the car. I'll be right back. You look nice and comfortable. I'll be back and come back and sit with you. And I said, yeah, that's fine. Go ahead, take your time. So they start the infusion on this arm where the guy put the thing in. The lady walks, guys, listen. The lady walks away. She walks away, and all of a sudden my chest right here, my chest starts burning like my body is on fire. Do you hear me? And then I feel like almost like a halo, like my whole head, like literally from here up, was on fire, not just warm. I felt like it was on fire. And then I kept going, I kept feeling like I had to like do that. And then I started feeling some heat going down the back of my legs. And she walked back in and she said, "Are you okay?" I said, "I don't think so." I said, "Is anything supposed to be heating up?" She said, "What's heating up, honey?" I said, "My whole body." I said, "My chest, and I feel like something's happening here." And I kept going, I kept doing that, right? And she's like, "Oh, okay." She said, "Where are you? Are you hurting anywhere?" I said, "No, I said, "My head feels like it's on fire." She said, "We need to stop it. Stop it right now." She unhooked everything, but still got the IV in. And she says, "Okay, I need to call your doctor." And I needed to explain to her that, honey, we're from out of town. That doctor that I went to is a new doctor. He barely knows me, but he knows enough, you know, to give you the say-so of what he would like for you to do with me. She said, "Okay, I just got off the phone with him, and he wants me to give you this, this, and this." So they gave me 3 medicines. And she said one of them is going to, I don't know, guys. Don't quote me on, I don't even know. She said, but they're going to kind of open everything up to where if your throat was getting ready to close, it's not going to do it now. You know, and she's like, another one is going to do something else. Another one's going to do something else. We got saline. Now, the bag of iron was about this big, and it looked like straight blood. It wasn't, but that's what the iron looks like. So she said, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, my husband. I call my husband and I tell him what's going on. He said, "I'm on my way back in." On my way. He hangs the phone up. He's back in. And then she said, "Okay, after we give that medicine a little while to kind of get in your system, we need to give it a half an hour, then we'll try it again." Okay, so she goes back in and she cleans the thing. You know, there's a thing. I'm doing the video, honey. She clean. You're okay, baby. You're okay. She cleans the thing. She puts the iron back in, right? And once she does that, all of a sudden, listen, guys, all of a sudden, she said, "I'm going to do a much slower drip. The drip will be slow, and we're not going to push it so fast." She said, because if we push it fast, that could cause some different things to happen. So she had a slow drip. And when she did that, my arm from here, like my elbow, and all of this right here started tensing up like I had a Charlie horse in my arm. It was the worst feeling. I look at my husband and he's looking like, you know, "You're okay. You're going to be okay. It's okay. I'm right here," right? And I felt much comfortable knowing that my husband was like right next to me. He's holding my hand and all of that. And she's like, "How are you feeling?" I said, "It's hurting. It's hurting. It's hurting. It's cramping. Like the worst pain ever in my elbow and right here. And I can just feel something happening right here." And she tells me, she's like, "Oh, okay. I'm not sure." She's like, "Can I get you a heating pad?" I said, "Whatever you want to do. I kind of trust your judgment." She's like, "That iron is going to feel a little funny to the veins because people aren't usually used to this." So she puts a heating pad right here, and it did soothe it. And I told her that does feel nice, and I'm doing like this at this point. I'm like, and I'm wanting to cry. My husband is holding my other arm. I'm like, and I'm crying. And then so what happens next is she said, "We got to take it out." She just stops to say, "We got to take it out." She takes it out, and she looks, and she says, the vein busted." So the vein busted, and she said, "I got to take that IV out of there." She said, "I'm going to have to call the PIC team one more time and have them come in and redo the whole line." So they redid it, and they put it here. And like literally, they say I have like the smallest veins on earth, and it's really hard to get to them. So the guy told me, he said, "We're going to do something a little different. We're going to put a very long whatever inside of here, and it should be okay." She said he possibly did it wrong here. Okay, so he puts one in over here, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay." You know, and my husband's assuring me I'm right here. So then I'll take my glasses off, and you guys can see how dark my eyes are. You see that right there? Dark. Look at that. Now, I have concealer on. Underneath the concealer, if I was to take this makeup off, you would really see how dark my eyes are. I had to work really hard to try to cover that up a little bit, but like I said, the light is really blinding me. Ooh, but you all can see that. And they said that's from, you know, iron deficiency, not having enough iron. So they get the other thing in. She says, now I'm gonna stay here. We're gonna get it started in this arm, and you let me know if anything happens. And I'm thinking, okay, so she gets it in, and I'm looking like this, you know, kind of waiting. My husband's like, you know, we're all like, are you okay? How do you feel? And I don't really know how I feel, because I was just in shock about what happened. My head was on fire, and they kept saying, are you okay? I'm like, I think I'm okay. You know, they give me some peanut butter crackers and some water. I was able to eat a little bit of crackers, drink some water, and I felt okay. My chest was a little bit still warm, but we're making it through it, you know. So once they got the whole packet of iron in, and I'll have to get 2 treatments. I got to get another one done, and I'll get that one done very soon. And they said that iron should last me 4 to 6 months, and then we'll have to think about getting another one. So they're giving me 2. They said getting 2 is a whole lot, because your iron is low. So here in a couple days, I'll go and get the other one. So that's how everything is now. What do I feel like right now? Some of you might say, I got a headache. My head feels like, I have a headache. And I feel really, really, really weak. And here's the magic question. I say, how long? I'm so excited to get this iron infusion done. When am I going to start feeling better? Today? I'm like, today, looking at her like this. And she's like, well, no, 4 to 6 weeks is when you're going to start to feel it. I'm like, are you serious? So, you know, you guys haven't been seeing me do a whole lot of videos, because the days I don't do videos, I just couldn't get to it. Just couldn't get out the bed, you know. But God is on our side, and we know with God all things is possible. God will heal me from inside and out. We prayed that we'll be able to get this iron infusion, and you know, we were able to get that done. I'm going to keep up with you guys and keep informing you on how everything's going and how I'm starting to feel, if I'm starting to feel better and all that good stuff. I will let you guys know, okay? So that's just the update. I'm okay. But like I said, I'll keep you guys updated, okay? So that's where we're at right now. And as always, God bless you all. Thank you all for watching. Good night.